This past week, I was in Boston for the Yankee Dental Congress. Big, huge. There's like 27,000 attendees. And I believe it was on Wednesday or Thursday last week. I posted a video when I was walking to the conference center, talking about the goals that I had for the week and how many people we were going to sign up with Boolean. And we had a number of amazing conversations, a lot of interest, but in total, I ended up only signing up two offices on the spot, and then there was probably 10 or so offices that were like on the verge of signing up. And to be honest, it was probably my lack of sales skills that were able to actually convert those people. But now I've got a number of people to follow up with. But when I was coming back yesterday on Sunday after signing up two people for the duration of the conference, and that was just enough to break even. So we had made a trade. I had to hire a videographer locally to make a video. We made a video for the conference, and then we got the booth. So after airfare and transportation, all the things over there, I ended up just barely breaking even on that trip, which was a little frustrating. But I just was in a pretty, just a tired mood, I guess I would say, after that entire, the 3 days of basically just attempting to share our story of Boolean and talk about how and why we're doing what we're doing and how the software works, and reaching out to multiple people every day, trying to tell them this is what we do, this is what we're excited about, and trying to get them on board with that, and just continuously running into rejection. It's hard. It's very, very difficult to continue to persist and move forward. But I guess I had mentioned, or I said in the video on Thursday, that I was going to post an update every morning. But it's one of those things that it's hard to come back to the camera and tell everybody that watches this, even though there's only a few, that I didn't meet the goal that I had set and fell significantly short of the 20 people that I wanted to sign up. And it causes you to want to basically like crawl inside a hole and stop moving. But once I got home, I had kind of a heart-to-heart moment with my wife, and was just telling her how in moments like this, when it's in the micro, you are so focused on how you failed, or fell short of what you were setting out to do, and it's so tempting to want to basically just go work for somebody else. It's so tempting to just go take a job, 9 to 5, show up, leave, because it sounds easier. It sounds like there's going to be less pain, less rejection. It feels good, especially in the midst of all the discomfort and agony, really, that trying to do something and build something on your own. But I realized, and I've said this before, I really, really, truly do enjoy the struggle, the difficulty of building something, the difficulty of trying to convince someone to believe in your work ethic and what you're doing is something that I don't think I would ever trade. I guess it's kind of a weird, like, it's so painful and it's so difficult, and it really sucks a lot sometimes, but I still would prefer to do what I'm doing any day of the week. It just is. I think I would get bored in the other situation. So I love the struggle. I love the pain. I love the suffering, because I think that's what makes life great, is taking chances and attempting to do things that are maybe more difficult than or beyond your like level of comfort or capability currently. But Natalie did remind me that even though what I was focused on, which was how many people can I close, there were a lot of other things that I got to take away from the weekend that are not that. So I got to work on my sales skills again. I got to see Boston. I got to hang out with two fellow St. Carroll College Fighting Saint graduates who were gracious enough to let me stay at their place in Boston. And overall, like if I focus on the macro, it was a very fun experience. It was basically, I guess I would say it was a fun experience losing, honestly, and it was just really enjoyable. So today is Monday. I now have a huge list of people to follow up with, and it's kind of back to the grind. And I guess the biggest reason I wanted to post this is just to document. Again, I did not feel like making a video today. I did not want to dive into all this, and it's really hard to come back and hit the ground again and just continue to grind. But the last thing I'll say is I saw a video from Gary Vaynerchuk last night on his Instagram or something, and someone asked him, like, what do you do about the times when it's not fun? How do you know, or how are you able to continue to move forward? And he said, there's lots of things that might not be fun in the micro. Like, for example, this hour of work may not be fun, or this week of work may not be fun, or the month or the year, the whole 2018 might not be fun. But in the macro of everything, it's super fun. And I think that's something that is, a lot of us forget. We go through, a weekend of pain and struggle and suffering, and we just get so fixated in that almost depressive state that we can't move forward, and we're seeking the instant gratification from some other job or some other thing that we're working on. And I think you have to continue to go to the macro level and look at everything and say, yeah, this weekend was tough. Yeah, this conference sucked. Yeah, I didn't do as good as I wanted to do. But in the macro, I'm doing what I love doing, and it's super rewarding to kind of reap the fruits of your own labor and your own work. And I don't think I would have it any other way. So for anyone else that's struggling in the micro, just continue to look out and analyze, what is it that I'm doing? Do I love what I'm doing? Am I having fun doing it? And accept the fact that some days are going to suck. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm about to clear my head, make a huge to-do list of all the things I have to conquer systematically today. But appreciate your attention and taking a look. I will be in touch in the future.